Hey everybody, welcome to your video this week. Thanks for clicking on and watching. Let's get to our announcements. First is our Christmas party. Right when I send this email out, I will be sending you the Evite to our Christmas party. So please RSVP for that if you haven't already. Again, we'll be going to Alamo Draft House. We'll be watching Home Alone this year. That's December 2nd on a Monday night at 6 o'clock. So please RSVP. Or else I'll talk to you about it and I'll get an answer from you. Next thing is November 17th. So next Sunday, we will be singing in the main service. And so we will be doing that Whole Lot of Change song, the stomping and clapping song that we've been doing in the outlet. And so I want to show you guys a picture of kind of the plan of what we're doing in the main worship center. So preschool will be on the stage on the steps. And then we will be in the aisles like you see here. And so kinder and first grade will be down that main aisle. Fourth and fifth grade will be on that aisle farthest away from the doors down by the sound booth. And then second and third grade will be over there by the kind of the side entrance. And you guys will actually enter that side door as well. So before we make it down, of course, I think it's going to be best for only 2 teachers per grade to come with the class. Because we know we're not going to accept everybody, and I'm not going to force all of the kids to go. And so we're going to need some folks to stay back to accept some of those kids, except for kinder and first grade. Just because of it being kindergarten and first graders, I'll need all of you guys to come with me. And so we'll come up with another plan for kinder and first graders that come in late or don't want to go. But I need all of the teachers to come to help with all of that stuff. And really, we'll just make our way from the children's building to the main worship center. Once the song, or we'll actually come in at the handshake part of the welcome and come down through the aisles. We'll sing the song. We'll walk out of the doors we came into, and we'll go straight to the outlet for our large group time. We'll do that at 9:15. We'll do that at 10:45, and it's just going to be a really fun time for our kids to be a part of the service. All right, so let's get to our lesson. I promised you guys that I was going to make a video and talk to you guys about asking really good questions. Now, when we ask really good follow-up questions, it changes what we teach the kids from staying up into their head and just this head knowledge of knowing these facts of what happens in these stories and making it sink down into the heart where the change really happens. And so I'm going to give y'all 6 questions that you can use in your small group lessons every single Sunday. I'm sure there's one way or another that you can use these 6 questions to help make a heart change in our kids. And so here we go. The first one that you can ask would be, hey, in your own words, what happened in this story? So asking this question helps solidify the story in the kids' minds by recounting it in their own words, right? They're sure to remember it for a long time because they're making sure that they are comprehending what's happening, and you can fill in the gaps as you need to. Question 2, how do you think the major or minor character felt when this or that happened during the story? So it's easy for kids to see people in the Bible as kind of flat, 2-dimensional characters, but having them explore the emotions of these people, it gives them more depth and helps kids relate to their experience. So this Sunday, we are teaching Jesus' resurrection. This is a perfect story to ask this question. How do you think that Mary felt when there was an angel appeared to her that says that Jesus was alive? How do you think that Mary felt when she realized that Jesus was talking to her? Right? How did Peter feel? How did Thomas feel when Jesus appeared to them? All of those things would be great questions to ask. Question 3, if you were the major or minor character, would you have made the same let me try that again. If you were the major character, would you have made the same choices? If not, what would you have done differently? And so this question helps kids evaluate the choices of the biblical characters, and it makes them determine if those choices were wise and worth repeating. So you can ask this again with the resurrection lesson. The Jewish leaders bribed the soldiers, right? They bribed them to lie. Would you have accepted that? Would you have lied? Or would you have told the truth? Right? Great question there. Number 4, how do you think the Bible character in this story grew or changed throughout the story? So this question helps kids see when they encounter God that we are never the same. hey, what do we know changes about the disciples' attitudes in their hearts as they experience the resurrected Christ for the first time? Question 5, what should you do differently now that you have heard the story? And so in the same way that encountering God changes us, encountering his word should change us as well. This question helps kids see how all scripture is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness, just as 2 Timothy 3:16 tells us. And so this is kind of that application question, all right, that can be super helpful to ask. And then question 6, what did you learn about God from the story? At the end of the day, the Bible isn't necessarily about the human characters in it, except Jesus, of course, and it's not really about us. The Bible, scripture, is about learning about who God is and what he has done for us. And so this helps us see how God is at the center of every story, no matter how he's mentioned. And so that's my encouragement to you. All 6 of these questions are a great way to dig deeper into your relationship with kids, to see how God is working, how the Spirit's working in their hearts and minds, and helps that lesson sink, helps that truth sink in from their heads where it can easily get caught and take root into their head and take root into their heart to bring that true change in their lives. So let's quickly fly through these questions again. Number 1, in your own words, what happened in the story? Number 2, how do you think the major or minor character felt when this or that happened during the story? 3, if you were the major or minor character, would you have made the same choices? If not, what would you have done differently? Number 4, how do you think the Bible character grew or changed throughout the story? 5, what should you do differently now that you have heard the story? And 6, what did you learn about God from the story? I hope these 6 questions help you guys. Please use them even in this Sunday's lesson. Find out where you can write those in and have a great discussion with your kids. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday. Y'all take care.